Kia ora everyone, it's Wills. I haven't been on a video like this for a while, so I just thought I'd jump on and just have a kōrero about suicide awareness. Now, the reason I want to talk about suicide awareness, now this might be a trigger warning, so I'll put a caption up there. I don't want to trigger anybody, but I just want to talk about when you're at your absolute lowest and you just feel like you're in that tunnel vision mode. You just basically have given up, you've reached the point of no return. And I just want to talk about some things that actually help bring me back into the zone. And you know, when this happened to me, I had already planned what I was going to do. I'm not going to explain what my plans were because I don't want people to mimic or copy, but I already had it set in my mind, I'm going to go on this date at this time. So that was set. And then when you're in that frame of mind, you're set to go. And one thing that actually did stop me and save me was the fact that I was going to do a farewell post. And I remember being on my Facebook because I've got all my whānau on there, my friends. And just remembered feeling so empty, feeling so alone, because I had actually reached out to a few people and they just didn't want to get involved in what was happening. And I just felt like no one was listening. I felt like I was drowning. And even though my family were here and they knew what was going on, I had already reached that point of no return. So you reach this point of set tunnel vision, numbness, feeling of emptiness, feeling of you don't want to be here anymore, you're just tired. And my soul was completely tired. It was so tired. My spirit was broken. I just felt so broken down, and I just felt like no one was listening, and I just honestly felt like I was drowning in a big sea, and just certain people were just watching me drown, and it just felt like, what's the point? What is the point of it all? Like, what have I done to deserve being treated like this? And is the pain ever going to end? Because it just seemed it was one thing after another, and it was just a continuous snowball. So it started with a little ball and it just ended up being so huge. And unfortunately, what really pushed me over the edge was hurtful words, hurtful actions, and just being hurt by people that I thought I could trust. And that's what really pushed me over the edge. So I was absolutely heartbroken. And I don't think anyone realised, because I was suffering in silence. I didn't really speak up too much about what was going on inside my head, inside my heart, because we were all grieving, and I just wanted to be by my mum and my dad. That's how I started feeling. I was like, you know, I'm not appreciated here. And even though I thought about my kids, I just thought, you know, they're probably better off without me. And that's how I was really thinking. And if it wasn't for me going on Facebook, because what happened, I went on Facebook and I started to write out a post, and I accidentally scrolled on the laptop, and it actually scrolled into a song, an audio song. And it was a Chris Brown song. It was a Chris Brown song that come on. It wasn't a video, it was just an audio, and it was one of his songs from his album 1111, and it was called Residuals. That song came on at the perfect time, because when I heard that song, I started listening to the lyrics, and then it just felt like he was singing to me. He was actually bringing me back, and I was like, I actually just sat there and listened to the song. I had tears in my eyes, still contemplating, and started listening to the song, started feeling the song, and then I felt a connection with this one song. Anyone that knows me knows I absolutely love Chris Brown. I've been a Team Breezy fan since day one, and regardless of his actions from his past, he's an absolutely amazing musician, entertainer, and his songs have actually helped me a lot over the years. But this particular song actually saved my life. And where I'm going with this particular conversation is, if you're ever feeling lost, alone, and you feel like no one's listening, you're reaching out but no one's reaching back, find that one song or find that playlist of songs that you connect with. because it's gonna work. It will work, because what happened after that is I just kept playing that song on repeat. I listened to it multiple times, and it was just hitting me here, and it was hitting me here, but mostly here, and I felt it speak to my soul. And that song, to this day, I listen to it daily. I actually know the lyrics, I sing along to it, and it's always going to be one of my most favourite songs, because it brought me back from one of the darkest times in my life. And I'm not kidding, it was a really dark time. And now when I listen to that song, I appreciate that song. I appreciate Chris Brown, and you know, if I ever got the chance to meet Chris Brown, I'd actually thank him. I'll give him a hug for bringing me back to life, because that song, I've listened to it continuously pretty much since I had that moment back in September last year. So if you're ever feeling alone, lost, find that one song you connect with. It could be the music you connect with, it could be the actual lyrics, or even the artist, but find something that has meaning to you, interpretation to you as well, and you'll make that connection, because music definitely does heal the soul. It really does. And I understand where Bob Marley was coming from, how he says when you feel the music, it just hits you. And yeah, this beautiful song just brought me back. So get that playlist ready. Make you up a playlist, your go-to playlist. This is my go-to song, and it's always going to be my go-to song. So I appreciate music. Music is healing. And I absolutely appreciate Breezy for his talents, but his beautiful lyrics as well in this song. And yeah, Residuals, Chris Brown, very meaningful to me, and I'm really grateful that that one song changed that one decision that I was gonna make. The other thing that changed my mind is that I've got photos in my lounge of my loved ones. I've got my nannies just above here on both sides. Got my best friend up here, Tams. Got my Nana Herepo on this side. And then on the other side of the wall, I've got my Auntie Anne, my dad, my mother-in-law Mary, my husband's uncle Tahu, he's a minister, my husband's Nana. We've also got my husband's auntie on our wall, and we've also got our nephew that's passed from suicide a few years ago. And just looking at his photo, it actually made me, it just made me think about what I was doing. And then I just kept listening to that song every day after that, and it brought me back. But just wanted to share that, and just be real and raw, and just to let you know your mental health will play up on you sometimes. But find that connection, even if it's not with people, find that connection through music, because it really did help me. Love you guys, God bless.